Smashing.
Uh-oh. Wait for it. Am I here? Welcome back, everybody. It's 8 o'clock on the 1st of August. That would be a Friday. Can you believe it? The summer's just flying by. So don't forget, if you're watching live or if you're watching later, there's a Discord join link in the description. So go ahead and get stuck in, join us, all that good stuff. What am I looking at? Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, we can delete that now. Oh, which mouse? This mouse. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Drift Johnson. This is Scuffed Epoch, formerly 5 Below 5 UK, and this is Latent Space Live episode 205. I won't be able to make it rhyme every time. So, let's see who's here. Apollonia, hello. Full Dive Media, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thank you. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hello, Dragon Diffusion. Gordon's alive. And Full Dive again. And Fernicar Battle Cruiser operational, liked and subscribed. It is a great shame that many of you don't even know this live stream exists. And it's an even greater shame that you don't know that my videos are a thing. So hit that subscribe button and check out the old videos. Okay. What are we doing today, guys? As you see, I just deleted a Jujuf, and that's because I now have it in my comfy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull up a comfy. Do you know what? What am I doing here? Ha. Yeah, okay, let's move this over. So this is my Euclid Dancer video timeline thing. So this is WAN 2.2. Okay, WAN 2.2. And I need to just quickly do something. Just grab that. Let's see. Take that off, and that off. That should do it. Oh no, I've got a loose connection. Don't do that to me. So let's create a standalone workflow, shall we? I did type 10. What happened there? What happened? Glitched out. Alright, we're good. So we'll export. What? Oh. It didn't actually save it locally. Good times, good times. And that will do well in modules. Okay, I haven't got all my official regalia on there, like notes and whatnot, but I think it would make a good module. Alright. That's one. Got to get back on that horse. So let's just check it. Modules. Alright, so then we've done that. Let's move on. I need a Flux workflow. Forget video for a minute. We need to check out this new Krea thing. I haven't even used it yet, guys. And I got a plan. So let's just go Flux. What the? Does F hide the entire UI? That's such a troll. Flux. Okay, so we don't want new, we want old Flux. So we could go with like an oh well, that's pretty good. Folder shift lines Jajuf 250. No control net, maybe. Let's find out. Oh my god! What? Let's go with it. Just go with it. Hey man, maybe it just did all the work for me, you know? Where's this new thing? Krea Dev Krea. Okay. Now, did I make a variable, or is I gonna have to change the steps for oh no, it's 35 already. So, oh, and it's got Sharona in it. Wait, why has it got Sharona character and Sharona style? Oh, that's a problem. Wait, hang on, it's lagging. So let's see, right? We don't need to, we've got Sharona v4, so we don't need to do this one. We can just do Sharona v4. Oh. Yeah, there it is. Character v4 9. Yeah. It's that one. And remove that. Oh, you can't do the clip space thing with these. Dude, it's too many. Oh, no, look. No dice. Wait, but that one already... it did work. It did work. It just can't get rid of it. Okay. That's not so bad, right? It's just paste and click. Give me a minute, guys. Let's see. Paste and click. Hey, everything else is done, so... Paste, click. I wish there was a shortcut. Maybe there's a shortcut. Is there a shortcut for... what's this? Paste, clip space. See, so many side tangents. I'm like, maybe I should look into bindings. I don't even know if they exist. But yeah, we're just going to put the proper LoRa on. I don't even know what I'm really doing here, but I'm sure it'll make sense. Because this might give me a shortcut to a more comprehensive test. I don't even remember what we were actually testing with this grid, but I'm sure it'll be useful. Whoops, we're not doing that. We're doing that and that. See, get confused. That and that. That's good enough. Yes. So yeah, I hope you're all looking forward to a good weekend ahead. Like I say, the weather's going to be nice, I hope. We had a big thunderstorm over here. So we're looking forward to it. Getting a bit hotter again in August. Yeah, it's like my mega structure. Oh my god, when does it end? Oh, there's just more. Shout if I missed a bit. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff with the old image generation using WAN 2.2. So we're going to be taking a little bit of a look at that. We're going to do some training experiments tonight. which should be quite fun. Where? Oh yeah. See, I'm talking. I'll find out what this is actually doing. Is it like different step counts? I think it's just different step counts, guys. We'll find out in a minute. So this one's 35 steps. This one's... Oh, no, wait. No, it's not steps. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Oh, we're nearly done. Holy crap. See, it didn't even take that long. I'm not sure what this is. See, the joke is we've got better ways of doing this now. So I might just like... Well, we'll get it done first. Yeah, we'll get it done. Get it done. Get it done. I think... No. One more. That's it. They're all done. Right, so what was I even doing? Grid 5x5. Did I say here? No. Use the group switch. Right, so... Okay. Random noise. SDXL 16 to 9. Mode 1. Text to image. Car V4 Krea. Got our project set up. The image exists, but we're not using it. Hopefully all that's set up right. Ah, here we go. The prompt. So, oh look, and I've like double Dutched it. We don't need to do that. We can just do Sharona V4. There it is. Enable upscaler. What? No, it's turned off, so don't worry about that. Just turn it all off. Oh, it's not all on. Anyway, save that. So what was I even doing? So we're putting a prompt in. Euler. It's not Jaguar anymore. That's okay. Euler Simple 35. Euler Simple 35. They all look the same. What on earth was I doing? There must be something that was different. Maybe it was Laura's. I don't know. It's not how I do this. This is how I normally investigate the best values, right? But it looks like this is just going to make everything the same. So I don't know quite what I was doing. There's me just confused. Like, what was I even doing? Normally it would be like the CFG is different or something. But it doesn't look like that. What on earth were we doing? Maybe it was different, Laura's. Trying to figure out why I've made so many of them. What on earth am I doing here? I bet it made sense before I took out everything. Maybe it was different levels of Laura's strength. Yeah. Well, I don't really need to run. This is the ironic thing. Don't really need to run them all. Well, I suppose we could use them to do a bit of a thing. So hang on, let's do CFG PP for that one, and then we'll do Ancestral for that one. I'll just go through and change them all real quick. What's that? CFG PP. Okay, CFG PP. Hun. I'll go to the beginning. Hun. Hun PP2. There's actually so many of them now. This is probably a good idea. Hun. Oh, I went past it, did I? Oh, I'm using the wrong one. And that's a whole other dimension right there. Look, we're only at DPM2. God dang. We're going to need more. Okay, DPM2 Ancestral. Do you know what? I might be able to do a thing. Probably copy and paste the clip space and add one. But then I'd have to copy it again. LMS. DPM fast. DPM fast. Adaptive. Next is 2S Ancestral. Then 2S Ancestral CFGPP. And then whoop. SDE. SDE GPU. No, wrong one. Yep. SDE GPU. 2M and 2M CFGPP. There's so many. They've like definitely increased the number since the last time we did this. SDE GPU next. No, wait. I did 2M CFGPP. 2M CFGPP. There's 2M SDE, then SDE GPU. That one. And then 3M. I was a big fan of that for a while. 3M SDE GPU. It was my favorite for a while. See, we're not even going to have enough space to get to the exotic ones. So many now. I mean, some of them are like going to be duff anyway, so maybe we can replace the ones that don't work with the rest of them later. That's probably a interesting thing. Because like LCM probably isn't going to work. Whoops, I forgot. I missed it. LCM, IPNDM. What was it? IPNDM, and then IPNDMV, and then a DEIS. Yeah. And then is that it? That's it. We've run out. Okay. Some of them are probably for video though, right? Okay. Moment of truth. Save it. And let's see if the model works. Nope. It can't find something. I deleted that. Okay. That's fine. It's my bad. It should work now. To save space, I got rid of the variant that wasn't scaled. The scaled seems better. Dragon Diffusion says, is Sampler a weapon? Maybe we finally found something. But technically a sampler is just math. I don't know. Maybe you finally found something that isn't a weapon. You know, like an algorithm that solves numbers. I can't really say that that's going to be a weapon, can you? Marinara on the spaghetti, says Apolloni. And some cheese, says Full Dive. Damn, is it doing steps already? Holy crap, that was fast. Hang on, let's find out where it's doing it. We are here on DPM2 Ancestral. So God knows what we're going to get. It's probably going to be a cave girl in an orange outfit. Let's find out. And while that's happening, I can do the other thing. Do the other thing. Do the other thing, Johnson. Got to get the next thing ready. And for that, we're gonna need hotkey. Because I don't know what happened. I was downloading stuff, my computer died, and then I couldn't download the Q8, this model. I had to get it from other means. You know who you are, thank you very much. But the point is that the Hugging Face just would not let me get this. It was like, it's going to take 50 days. I was like, bloody hell, I don't know. But other people could get it at the time, so it wasn't like a problem with Hugging Face, and it wasn't a problem with my internet either. Spooky. But anyway, we got the model. There she is. Complete with metallic pumpkins. But they are more detailed now. The metallic pumpkins. They're just like metallic spheres, and it's learned this. And look, it's actually added more detail to them. I actually see a lot more of the original image style there. Her face is good. It is pretty much what she should look like. I think it might have lost a little bit of personality, maybe. But we're only running this Laura. We're running this Laura at 1. Just 1. Okay. I don't see a CFG anywhere, so I must have externalized it from this lot. So that's not bad. We're going to look at DP, MPP, SDE, GPU. Everything is simple. Everything is 35 steps. We're going to get another. It should be the same one, okay? It should be the same seed for every single one. And then we can compare them. I need that, excuse me. Let's see. Data sets. I have a list. The fur is better. One thing I'm noticing, the vegetation and the fur is of higher quality. You can see the strands in the material more, like sometimes it would be soft. I mean, look, we've only had a couple of images, so we don't really know, but this is what my character should look like. She is in her ordinary world. This one is going to be DPMP2M SDE GPU. We're just doing a quick sampler garden on the new model, guys, so we can take it easy. Chilled streams. You know what? I'm going to pull up a chair. Wrong one. There we go. Okay. I'm way too animated. I need to like reshoot my scene here. I was thinking the other day I need to make scenes where I'm just, you know, taking it in. But yeah. Mr. Sheesh has arrived. Is double cheese, double sauce dip cheeseburger a weapon? And I would say yes, definitely. And Dragon's pointing out he's diabetic. So yes, there you go. yeah, definitely. Definitely. Cheese? Oh my god. That's super powerful. Okay. So yeah, according to my plans, we are going to train some Lauras, and we're going to do some image training for WAN 2.1 video and run that in 2.2 as image generation, because that turns out to be a big move right now. And then also we're going to get the my Reynolds Oil Venus Cop and a couple of other things. We're going to get them trained in SD3.5 as I continue to hone in on that tune there, because we already know, like, the formula for Flux is well established. We know how to get good models with that. I like the puzzle, so we're chasing it. Do you know what? Considering, I think we're getting a different seed for every I don't know how, but I think we're getting a different seed. Is the sampler really making that much of a difference? I bet it. That's crazy. In this, they don't look so much like flying saucers, but maybe distant, strange metallic structures that have been like welded and cobbled together, like huts made out of ruins. What's this say? Dragon's saying his rugby team used to hold him down and rub cheese in to torment him. It's pretty insane. Have we got a bad generation yet? Because I'm just noticing now we haven't actually had a bad one. Okay, so this one here was DPM2, guys. DPM2. See, those two are pretty much the same. What are those? That is DPM SDE GPU. I mean, it is different. There's different stuff going on in the background, but it's similar. That was a similar image, but not the same. Okay, and that one's DPMPP SDE. in case you're wondering, the character is from a book which will be coming out soon. Oh yeah, and on the subject of books, my first technical book has come out. It's a really fun introduction to AI, all things AI. Definitely check it out. Links are in the inside line on Discord. You'll find it on Amazon. Not Amazon. You'll find you'll find it on Amazon. It's called Counting the Parameters, and it's really good. So yeah, thanks to everybody that's been buying copies. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, I like to bring it up because, you know, we've got stuff you can buy. So let's see, what's this one here? DEIS. I'm not sure what DICE stands for, but we're going to call it DICE. It's pretty good. Hands aren't bad, not the best. They may have learned some bad hands from my samples though, because there is a further curation step when you're doing the training. Once you've got everything perfect and it looks great, now it's time to take stuff away. Yeah, it's like the final step. When you've made your perfect model, you start taking images away and then retraining. And sometimes it actually gets better, because it turns out that the worst image in your data set is making your model worse, you know? Right. So yeah, we got a buttload of LoRa's to queue up. Oh! New project. New project, everyone. Right. Well, this thing's cooking in the background. Let's just put that there. It's going to get blocked out, but I just want to talk to you about this, okay? So I had this crazy idea, like I often do. Let's just make that a bit smaller, so it's just like a bit more abstract. Can you make it smaller? No, that's as small as it gets, bud. Okay. There we go. You can at least see all of the grids, even though I'm in the way. Anyway, so it goes like this. I want to do like video essay, all 100% animated in AI, but with a gimmick. So there'll be AI animations in there with like video generation, yeah? But the focus will be scenes that are like badly put together with traditional animation. So it's a combination of bad animation and AI video with my narration and voicing, I guess. So I'll voice all the characters deadpan, like, well, I don't know if deadpan's the right word, but the idea is like to have basically all the characters are just going to be me, but I'm going to use cutouts, you know. I'll use AI generated cutouts with like the idea is to be silly, but also like talk about things that people have forgotten, maybe, you know, because isn't it strange, right? I was talking to our man Mr. Super Fake Name today, and we struck upon something quite crazy, right? Think about this for a second. What was life like before AI? Does anyone remember? Do you remember what it was actually like before AI? So a lot of people have these like scare stories and all of this sort of thing, and oh, the robots are taking over, you know what I mean? But Mr. Super Fake Name said to me, he said, you know, you should write about what it was like before AI, yeah? So like before AI came out, you know, I had to Google something and spend hours on Stack Exchange trying to find a code snippet that might help me solve the bug that I've run into that's not documented and no one can tell me what it is. Yeah. Or like having a draft or having a story in draft for like a week, you know, because I've got like, I haven't had that spark to get over that problem yet. And in the end, it was easy, but it took me time because there's bandwidth. You got to think about all the other things in your life. But yeah, like hours of trying to find information on Google, which was inevitably bad information. You see what I mean? Let's see what people are saying. Shouts to Mr. Super, says Fernicar. Apolloniart says boring is what it was like before AI. Fernicar says, I remember it was full of video game giveaways. Well, it is still full of giveaways. But yeah, think about it. life before AI is a little bit like me thinking about what it was like before the mobile phone. We all had to walk for miles to get to a payphone, you know. So it's kind of like AI is actually crazy. What it's actually done is insane, and it's so big that people are like scared of it. If you know, because it's so different, so different. But that's not my take. I'm just sort of like saying, just think to yourself, remember life before AI? Yeah. It's kind of crazy because we got thinking about it, and it's actually a huge difference. It's actually a huge difference, you know. It's like, you know, if you wanted to do any research, or if you wanted to do, yeah, the payphone, yeah, but that's basically what the internet was like. You'd have to go on Google. How many people would have to go through pages and pages of Google search to get to something that was even relevant? And then when you get there, it's like not applicable to you. You're like, man. And I can find the information. It's just it was getting to the point where the ads, it's just, you know, it's just too much. So let's take a look at some of these anyway. So that one didn't work. That one was Euler Ancestral CFGPP. Now it could be that we need to change the CFG. Okay, so fair is fair. I'm not going to say this is like bad. It's just not what we're looking for. So we're using a standard setup here. So this is Euler Ancestral. And as you can see, that's come out more or less perfect. It's the right style. And it's the character. It's even got the face. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, it's going to go ahead and do a whole bunch of these. So while it's doing that, let's get the next thing set up. Can you even hear the music? I've just realized it's like, is the music even there? Because we messed around with the volume the other day. You'll have to let me know. How about we don't use the like high version? We go for like, I don't know, what was it? See, that one is grid 5.5. See, it got overwritten. It's gotten overwritten. Well, we'll go back to like last summer. Check this out. This is ancient workflow. This is last summer, but it's been updated for, oh no, wait, no, it's not. It's been overwritten by something else. So photo shift lines V40. This was, yeah, this was in PhotoPack V16. This is last summer. So this is a workflow that was done last summer, right? How else do you put it? Yeah. So the idea is it's a straight swap, right? So ready? Krea Dev. There we go. Straight swap, right? Now, admittedly, I was using Jaguar, which is distilled. So we do need to add some steps. So let's just chuck 36 on there for good measure. You can go down to 20 with FLUX.1 Dev if you want to just make it quicker. But you know, it really wants 30 to 40 steps, I find. I don't know why I'm using 36. We just pulled it out of our backsides. Photo shift lines. Wow, has it got like, yeah, look, it's even got the old web address. It's crazy. Anyway, it's scuffedepoch.com. So RDM Sharona V4. So it looks like I've been in here and updated the workflow for some reason. So we've got V4 there. And then we've got, what the V4 all, what the heck's this? Merged laws. I must have been doing some kind of I think I was doing some kind of heresy. Don't worry about it. If you never saw it, it didn't work. That's how I rationalize it. I mean, there is a chance I forgot, but okay. Yeah, what's this? Oh no, that is the correct one. Alright, cool. We want to have one denoise. And in fact, we're not going to do Sharona, we're going to do Cyber Society, because that's what I'm really here for. Because it's Flux. So, let's go. 4 to 5, eh? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Ah! I knew I was missing something. Project file path. Automatically sorts all of your stuff. Good times. So we can say Foda, and we can say Krea, and then I can say Flux, and then I can get the project name, which is already up here somewhere, maybe. No, wishful thinking. Okay, Prim, and there we go. So now we got a project. Cyber Society Krea. This is pretty cool. They spent a lot of money on this fine-tune, guys, so, you know, make the most of it. What's going on the other side? Have I, like, forgotten about someone? Yeah. Oh, okay, it's nearly finished. There's not many left. I'm going to let it finish. Now, obviously, there are far more of them down here. Okay, but you can see it's like twice the length, basically. It's not just a couple. It would make this ginormous. But yeah, maybe we'll get into that later. I want to move on. But it hasn't done like the first two yet. So we'll have to wait for it to finish. Thanks, guys. Audio's good? Brilliant. I won't touch it. I'm guessing that when I moved the microphone, I must have touched the wheels at the back and dialed down the gain. That must have been what happened, because, yeah, it's never moved before, and never shall it move again. Yeah, this is a funny one. Look, this one is quite different. Cauliflower! LCM! Hey, if you want to know where the cauliflower came from, it's that latent consistency model, guys. Awesome. I always wondered where the cauliflower came from. Do you know, one day I'll actually want to apply this effect to my pictures. You can't do this with just applying noise, because it's kind of aware of all of the edges. Like, if you just apply noise to something, it doesn't really... That's why I brought out that custom node, which was depth-based noise. So you would do a depth, and then it would apply the noise differently depending on where the depth was, but it wasn't perfect, so still got to work on that. Yo, Zeus, welcome. And welcome to anybody that doesn't talk in the chat, you know. I know a lot of people just sit there and like listen to the stream while they're working, and I think that's awesome. That's pretty much why I'm here. I like knowing everyone's just basically locked into their tasks, or here to learn, or just to hang out in the chat. These all look great. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to tell the difference, you know what I mean? It's got a bad face but a good pose. Face is kind of Chinese, more European. That one just exploded. What was that? DPMPP2MCFGPP. It could just be that you need a different CFG or something, or, you know, it has a different steps range, so I'm not really too bothered. Oh, that's bad. That isn't good. What's that? DPM adaptive. Yeah, so a lot of these you don't really... Hun PP2. That's not bad. Hun PP2 is not bad. The plants are still kind of watercolor, but she's almost, it's like a semi-photographic character. It's like it's an illustration, but it's like, what? What do they call it? 2.5D or something? So she's in a watercolor world, but it's just a little bit too detailed, you know what I mean? I'm just looking at the face, because obviously we spent a lot of time with the V4 to get the face to be consistent in the LoRa. Hun PP2 is currently pretty damn good, but it's a second order sampler, which means it takes twice as long compared to the Euler, the first order samplers, right? So it's kind of like it gets a solution every two. I don't want to oversimplify it. IPNDM. Not bad, but the eyes are weird. IPNDMV. Eyes are better, but it's still... actually, that's not bad. IPNDMV2. Or IPNDMV. I need to look some of these things up. I used to know what all of them were and what they all stood for and all that. And then they just started bringing them out. And I thought, you know what? We'll see how many of them are actually worth using. Some of them are situational, you know. Like, what is it? LCM was a way of speeding it up. So, you probably aren't supposed to do 36 steps. Stuff like that. Oh, that one's a bit different. What's that? DPM, again, DPM fast. So it's a bit weird because it's supposed to be fast and we're doing 35 steps. So I cooked it, guys. I cooked it. Oh, now that is weird. Euler CFG. Oh, it's Euler CFG PP. Okay, fine. It's not weird. I thought it was at Euler Ancestral second, but there's a new one that I didn't see before. So yeah, Euler Ancestral. This is a common one that gets used a lot. Her jaw's a bit weird. She's gone a bit Asian, but it's not bad. And then what's this one here? Hun. So Hun is a classic. Again, Euler would be your first order and Hun would be the second order. And like I said, you can look that up, but it's like Euler is faster, but Hun gets 2 chances, I guess. I don't know. The face is good, but it seems to struggle with the eyelashes. I don't think she actually has any. So usually I just use Euler with simple. This is my default setup. It still looks like the best one. I mean, I'm sure there's like situational reasons for the rest, but you know, and you do get some different like compositions and things out of it, so you could like squeeze more out of the same seeds and stuff, but I think it's pretty much this one. So Euler simple 35. Okay. So Euler simple 36. 35. Noise shift is 1 and 1. I think I was just using 1 and 1 on this one as well. Yep, 1 and 1. Got it on Cyber. Alright, give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. I'm terrible. Post it up in the inside line. Oh yeah, new album is out. Probably listening to a track from it right now. New album coming out in 7 days. Probably less than that now. 6 days. Start the countdown. I don't even know. I can't remember who originally put the prompt in for this one. Was it Rune or was it Baloney? I don't remember. But I remember that when we got this in, we originally, like the prompt that's contained within. Wasn't there? Yeah, everything else should auto load. Right, so let's check it out. What we got. Okay, so there's no banding, no striping. There's no ESR GAN turtle shell. There's no pixelization. The color range is good. If anything, it's a little bit dirtier than it usually is, which I kind of like. I like it a bit noisy. The spaceship actually isn't like, it almost makes sense. That used to be a drone, like a Mavic. You know, you'd always get DJI drones appearing, which weren't in the data set. They were more like bug shells with, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Ooh. Well, that is my armor. It seems like it's, I don't know. Seems like it might just be the fine tune, yeah, because I'm using a specific one. I'm going to switch through different versions. This is version 66. This version 66 was a full train with an evolution that included not the true world and a whole bunch of other stuff. So it keeps the clouds. The clouds have got an iridescent nature to them. A cracked planet. See, I didn't mind about the little planets because I just removed them within painting. You know, when I want to finish an image. But yeah, we're writing stories about these guys as well. See, that's almost a plane. Almost. He's actually able to hold the sword. Normally that wouldn't be gripped. He wouldn't be holding it right. I see it's having a bit of trouble with this gun in the background, but to be fair, it's very good with that kind of stuff. And yeah, look at that background, man. Green to orange. Got like a blue hue. Again, it's like a futuristic samurai armor. Oh yeah, look at that. It even learned the brain, the exposed brain. Don't take the thing off, you know what I mean? It's like, what was it called? You know, in Predator, he takes the mask off and he's got like this horrendous prawn face, right? With mandibles. It's like, what's underneath there? That's the brain. Because they're kind of like cyborgs, I guess. Right? What's on this guy's face? Still got the clouds. He's one of the test robots. Sometimes he'll actually have a name written on his chest. I think it's like Abe or something. I can't remember. Zeus says, I never had success with LCM sampler and models. Loss of quality and overall aspect, felt it wasn't worth it. It's true, but I feel it led on. You know what I mean? It led to the next thing and the next thing. So it's kind of like stepping stones. But I agree. I kind of have the same attitude to Sage Attention and T-Cache though, guys. And look, it was a stepping stone, right? As things go on, you know, I think that's going to become, well, it always has been part of it. You know, people come up with this cool method, it'll get refined and then built in if it's that good. You know, if it's not, then it'll kind of exist and maybe be popular, but not get integrated. That's kind of, and if you feel like you know of something like that, so if you feel that you've got a thing that's better than what people do, and they're not doing it your way, don't get annoyed. Try to turn it into something. Okay? That could be your thing. Yeah, that's a dead ringer for Cyber Society in V66. It's been merged with Black Sun and Not the True World. Or rather, evolved. I think we actually did a whole thing on this. I think we might have evolved like 4 or maybe 5. It's definitely at least 4 models went into this final model. The clouds look great. And the building in the top looks awesome. And it's not an anime chick. Because that was a thing we had a problem with base Flux. Sometimes it would make anime chick for no reason. You'd be like, why anime chick? Look at those clouds. That's cyber society right there. I know that some people might not like this. They're going to call it ghosting, fading, artifacts, but I actually think it looks more natural to have a little bit of noise like that. Because when everything's like, it's not flat, you see there's RGB mess across things, but it makes sense. So it's probably learned how to make it a bit noisy. Wow, look at that. Look at that fireball. God damn. That's crazy. Ah, there's a planet on this guy's helmet. Or whatever it is. Looks more like an astronaut than one of my guys, though, in that one. But then, of course, we could always pump up the boost. We could boost it. Well, we're going to leave this running in the background, so it's not actually going to stop. At least for the moment. But before we switch, I want to check out base cyber society real quick. So, how about we go with 00E9 and go back to V0. So that's not been evolved or anything. So it will be unadulterated, pure Cyber Society V0. Because like I said, at least it'll show the difference. So that there's been evolved. Look at those clouds. And the amount of work I did to keep those clouds. We actually went back to Midjourney version 2 or 3 and got a bunch of that like really noisy, messy synth art and then had Flux smooth it out. Or I think I might have done it actually a lot longer ago than that. It might have been SDXL thinking about it. I forget. But regardless. Don't know why there's a Mercedes-Benz in there. I guess we got one of those. We got that one for free. It won't be in the prompt. It'll probably say a vehicle, if anything. So that's something to watch out for. Just like random product photography appearing in your artwork. Maybe it's how they plan to advertise now, you know? It's like a new advertising plan. Ah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. See? Looks like it came out of an early version of Midjourney. Do you know what I mean? But actually, it's like way more detailed. So yeah, we have our cybernetic samurai complete with way too many wires. I think I actually said like, you know, and something like an unnecessary amount of cables or something. I forget what the word I want. Yeah. But yeah, check that out. That's pretty cool. This is actually way better than normal Flux. Yeah, look at that. I can feel a new art book coming on. I can feel a new art book coming on. Max it out. 16 to 9. I wonder if we need to know what happens if we do 9 to 16. Because to be honest, 4 to 5 is probably fine. Because, like, you know. But let's do it like that. Because then maybe I can crop it. Because, here. How can I show you that? Yeah, let's have a look at the original. Let's have a look at the original, guys. So yeah, if you were to take a look at the thing, remember I mentioned earlier, books. You can check out my writing name and see nothing. That's not awesome. I love Amazon. Hey, give me a minute. I'll find the link myself. That's unreal. Hang on a minute. What have I got to do? Yeah, it's me. Oh, God, here we go. I need to... Hang on, guys. I need to put a drop of blood on the Amazon authentication device. Give us a sec. There we go. That's what it's like in the UK now. Okay. It's just checking biometrics. And my biometrics have been sold to China. But I'm in. Okay, so it's a small price to pay. So if I go to like the first book I brought out, it says it's live. They're gaslighting me, man. So, right, let's get the... Oi! Blast and confuddlements. So here we go. Right, let's do a little bit of a thing here. Come on, Windows. Why is it 1 pixel? Seriously, we need a dead zone for that shit. Okay, here we have Cyber Society Volume 1. Large print, August 6th, 2022. Okay. Can we see inside of it? Can we read a sample? It's just all art. And this is from early... This is, like I said, this is 2022, guys. So this is all a bunch of... This is like a faction, which I've been writing stories about. And they, you know, they've got, like, Traders Guild, you know. This is like a sort of basic... that's all I get? Okay, so anyway, what's that? Is he an engineer? Oh, who knows? I think he's an engineer on account of his orange hat. But the point is, you got this is the images which were used to train this model, okay? So, is that even a little bit? No, yeah, no, he's a bit too abstract. But you can see, I hope you can see the detail, right? But if I just, let's do a thing here, shall we? Oh, didn't like that, did it? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, do you know what? It's sort of like, you know, because you know how Allura is, right? If you have a bunch of character art and you train it, it'll make a faction generator for you. There we go. So you can see, you know, I don't have the original, I don't have a copy of it that I could just pull up on the screen, so I just got the preview, but you can see the colors, the design influences, you know. Don't worry, P. Smith, yeah, it's all fake, the signatures are fake. That's actually interesting though. So Krea's got fake signatures all over the place. But look at that, that's really cool. So I can see Cyber Society Volume 2 coming out rather soon. What? Why is it at 100? I got excited. Right then. So while these are cooking, we'll see one more. What's that? By busting, you mean till it gets 3 arms. Who knows? I did actually try that. Oh, that's good. Because the thing is, right, it's got my... That was it. Excessive use of cables and wires, okay? Excessive use of circuits and cables, right? That was what it was, the prompt. Excessive use of cables and wires, stuff like that. Circuit. Anyway, but this clothing type was actually originally derived from, like, some old 90s anime style, but then made photorealistic. Like, the way it creases, it's like a silk, like a kimono type thing, but not really. I love this. This is awesome. He's coming for your buns. We need to put a motivational, you know what I mean? Work from home, they said. All right. You know what time it is. Coffee time. Charge up the sigils. I had to wait for all the tiny men to get in the coffee machine and start making it work. So let's see. Dragon says, yeah, I had loads of fake signatures with a load of Flux fine tunes. I think they're in a base. Well, what it is, right, is some images have them and some images don't. And if they weren't described, which is bad, because if you describe them, then they'll definitely be learned. But they become part of the definition of an image. And so then it's just going to be like, oh, I need to add a squiggle that looks like something. Yeah, because if you train your signature and tell it to do it, it won't do it right. Wow, look at that colour. Yeah, Cyber Society V00 with this new model is crazy, dude. I haven't even started stacking yet. What? Oh my god. Hell yeah. So yeah, like I said, yeah, in fact, I don't even know why I didn't click the button. Hang on a sec, guys. I need to commit here. There we go. Like 300 will do. I'll probably leave it running overnight on infinite as well. This is really good. These are nice. Okay, I'm going to let that sit there. So then, it's training time. So what do we know about training? Well, the best part is I've already got the data sets, so I won't be wasting my time going through all of that nonsense. It's just going to be a whole bunch of queuing, followed by downloading and testing. We'll queue them up, and then I'll cancel this queue here, so it's never going to do those 300, because I'll cancel them. But it will be running overnight, because we need to show you the WANs, the big WANs. In fact, you know what? So I can be less disruptive to what I'm doing here, let's just go into the output folder real quick. I need that one. Yeah, let's put it here, move them a bit. Okay, so what do we got? I can move them a little bit more, because we're going to have a preview. Oh, that's weird, he's like squat, and maybe breasts too, for some reason. Hey man, what do I know? Maybe it's a Kunoichi. Okay, so I need to go to, is it WAN 22? Yeah, WAN 22. Euclid, video. So we've got a couple of clips here. Ah, right, wait a minute. I'll just play the rifes. Yes. So this would be the WAN 22 stuff, guys, coming up. Yeah. It's a bit blurry, isn't it? Did I upscale it though? Ah, hang on. I'm being unfair. This is 512 by 768 right now. Because there's an elephant in the room which no one's talking about. WAN 2.2 is awesome, okay? It is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But you do need a big fat system to run 720p or higher, yeah? Like maybe you want to run 1080p. I would do that in the cloud. But memory optimizations come all the time. So, you know, it's never like, oh, this is it and that's it. Because we know that WAN can do the detail if it's given the resolution, but do you have the power to run that? Damn, look at that. Cyber Society Volume 2 is going to be lit. But yeah. So this would be me running my 2.1 Euclid Dancers LoRa with various different strengths. So as we go along, we're trying different frame rates and different interpolations. Okay. And they're supposed to be a bit weird. It's supposed to be a bit weird. Original. Can we get something less spicy? From the end, maybe? Oh no, wait, you already saw that one. This one? Yeah, see, a bit of a weird thing going on at the start there. I think it might have been the weight of one of the LoRas. I think this one looks okay. No, they're all a bit crap. But they're 768 by 512, so you can't really... We're spoiled with all this 2K stuff. You know, even this is higher res than that video. A lot. Like, this is twice the res. Oh, look, we're in 16:9 now. I'm starting to think maybe 16:9 isn't a good idea. Because I'll, you know, if I want to do a full color art book, you know, this will have to be the width of the page. So then it's obviously going to have to chop off the top and the bottom. I wonder if 2:3 is better than 9:16. I think it might be. I'm just trying to think of what the page ratio is for a... Hang on, let's just ask. Let's ask our friend. Let's ask our friend that knows everything. Remember, what was life like before AI when you had to actually look up stupid ideas and things you've forgotten that you shouldn't really, you should know that. Yeah? But we don't, because there's so much that you should really know, isn't there? Right, so we're just going to say, what is the closest aspect ratio to an A5 page? I think it's 6:9 or something. So I don't know what that is. 6:9, is that 2:3? Upscaling with 5B WAN 2.2 makes sense, says Dennis. Have you tried that already? No, I haven't. That's a really good idea. We have not tried that. Upscaling with 5B WAN 2.2. See, the thing that we're messing around with at the moment, Dennis, is image generation with WAN 2.2. The 14B low noise. That's what we've been doing, generating images, and we're going to train some LoRa's tonight just to sort of poke at that idea with image data sets we already have. But that's a bloody good idea to do upscaling with the 5B. See, I've done upscaling with Flux context, with tiling, and there is tiling nodes for video, so it makes you wonder, could we tile it and upscale it that way? What was Claude doing before AI? Biding his time. Waiting. He was waiting for the right time to strike. So the closest common aspect ratios are 3:2 and 4:3. 3:2 is the closest match, but you want a digital equivalent 3:2. Okay, hang on. We are working in vertical, and I want some bleed tolerance. Is before AI a weapon anymore? No, it's not. Like, it's one of these things, like, people seem to have skimmed over this one. When you start remembering what it was like before AI, it feels like when there was no internet, or when there was no online gaming, or when there was no mobile phones. It's really strange. It's only been it's been 3 years, and already it's like, when you imagine everything was so much harder. And I think that there needs to be a little bit more credit, because people just keep going on about deep fakes and stuff, and it's like, that's like 5% of AI, you know? And it seems to be all you hear about is Terminator and deepfake, and it's like, guys, they've discovered new drugs. Guys, they've identified new stars. I think they spotted a new galaxy the other day. Like, there's all this stuff going on, and it's like, not newsworthy. Oh wait, 5 to 7 is your best. What the hell is that? What the hell is 5 to 7? Guys, I don't think it can do that. 5 to 7. To be honest, it's going to be 2 to 3. I'm going to go 3 to 4 because it's slightly wider than I need. So 4 to 5 wasn't right when we had. That's what it was. So put it on 3 to 4. It'll give me a little bit more width, and then I can frame things better, because this is nice, but it's not. You know, it could be better. So let's go with 3 to 4. And clear that out and add another 100. These are pretty cool. Hey, look, it's an engineer. You can tell because he's wearing yellow bits. Whoa. Is that the last one that's at the old ratio, or is that the new one? Because did I mess up? Did I put the wrong thing in? Ah, yeah, I did. I put 3 to 3 in somehow. But it should be square, right? Actually, hang on. Clear this a sec. I just had a thought. There's something we haven't tried. There's something we haven't tried. Something really obvious. No. Well, actually, yeah. Let's try that first. I'm going to blow it out and see what happens, guys. So, okay, that's my square. That's pretty legit, actually. He's not really holding it, but he is a robot, so it's fine. Bit Gundam-esque. So what I just did, in case you missed that, because I did do it rather quickly, because I haven't updated this either. When it updates, there's going to be a new set for WAN 22, but at the moment it doesn't really indicate. It's not for video, it's for image, because it's actually 1536 by 1536 base for doing your aspect ratio calculation. Now, I know we're using WAN right now, but I want to see what happens if I try to run Flux with 1536 by 1536 base. It should break or do strange things, but we're honoring its expected ratio and size limitation. So and then after that it's Cascade, which is 3072 by 3072. Now it might explode, but we can put a tiled decoder on there if that happens. It should automatically go to tiled if there's a problem, so we'll see what happens in a minute. But yeah, I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a kick to see what it'll do, because it might be that there are new capabilities. I don't know. Fine tunes can sometimes have emergent capabilities that aren't defined by the author. So okay, so 1344 by 1792. It's on point. I mean, you could say there's some errors, but this is an abstract style. What's an error? You know, what's an error? Okay, so a 1536 by 1536 looks okay. I would want to test that out with a photorealistic, you know what I mean? Just to see if it distorts or anything, because obviously when you push a model too far, that's what happens. It'll get like longer, wider, things will break, extra arms, because you could say that this is like it's breaking, but actually that's a feature in some of the character designs. It's like a cybernetic samurai deal, yeah. So let's try the 3072. It hasn't blown up. Didn't even use tiling. 85 seconds. So it can generate on the same dimensions as WAN, right? That's what I was testing there, because it's not technically trained for it. You see what I mean? So in a minute what we'll do is we'll just do a straight generation at 1920 by 1088 and see what happens. You know, I'm going to take the aspect ratio away, but we're going to push it now. So this is going to be 3072 by 3072 base. Now I don't know what that actually is, because when you put that into 16 to 9, what megapixel count is a 20? No, it's not yet. 3072 by. This should blow up, by the way. With 3072 by 3072 resolution. It's like 2.5K or something. 2.5 megapixel, I mean. 9 megapixel. Okay, I take it back. I can't do math. 9. Okay, so it's 9.4 megapixels. And he's still. Don't worry about that. He's talking about the last thing. I did not make a new chat. Mate, if it can do this and it doesn't look bad, that's actually mega. And they didn't tell you it can do it either. So 1 minute 30. Apolloni says a lot of people are using 5 billion for refining and upscaling. Not got that far myself yet. Dragon says I've been double sampling, playing with same model seed, but pass on to a second sampler in the same workflow. Still tweaking. We'll publish when finished. So watch out for those guys. This is why you need to get involved in the Discord. We do share a lot of stuff, especially with Civet being unavailable in the UK now. We've all kind of had to scramble around, and so the Discord is actually kind of a... I'm glad I built the damn thing, and thank you all for joining. Okay. This is... If this doesn't do tiling automatically and it just renders it straight, I'm going to be surprised. Like, obviously I've got a 4090, so, and 64 gigs of RAM, so I do have a good system. Come on, it's gotta oom. It didn't oom. Whoa. Whoa, man. Hell yeah. That's like the front cover. Who is this character? Silicon Life. Oh, watch out for the Silicon Life. They're here to replace us, guys. Just make sure he doesn't download McAfee. You know, he won't be able to do. He won't be able to move. Right. See, everyone's like, "Oh, the robots." I just get drive-by downloads. Bluetooth backdoor. They're done. Toast. Okay, so that's actually awesome. 1792 by 2368, ladies and gents. So I think this is actually like, right, do you know what I don't want to. I just want to make more Cyber Society forever now. I just want to make... I think that it was more like you can see that it is starting to do weird stuff, right? We're getting extra... Let's do another one. We would get extra shoulder pads. The arms are becoming deformed. But... And we're getting like knee tech. I don't even know. Big boots, maybe? I don't know. But this is super cool. McAfee was before AI. Yeah, I just mean, you know, like... Because they're robots, right? So, like, you just junk them up. Like, you know how it is. You just open 78 tabs in their brain, and then they can't do anything anymore. I'm buffering. And the robot wars ended because they opened too many Chrome tabs. The end. So let's see if the next one is equally mutated. Oh, you mean as if McAfee... I don't know, I think it's still around because, like, when you buy a new laptop, they try to give you a year of it for free. And then they hit you with the yearly subscription fee when you've completely forgotten about it because, you know, it was free. It's classic. Classic. This is really nice. It's actually kept to all of my rules, but it's kind of added new... Well, do you know what it is? It hasn't added new detail. It's used the details that were in the training, but it's done it in a way that's got more coherence and alignment. You know what I mean? Like, this line is tracing its way somewhere. It doesn't just start and stop, you know? Is it perfect? No. Look, you line up, or like go to, you know, zoom in, and it's a load of multicolored mess, right? But all images look like a bunch of multicolored mess if you zoom in far enough. So you look at the image as it is there. It's clearly a cybernetic dude. Or dudette. There's no way to know. But it's following all the design cues. It's way more detailed than usual. And I don't have to upscale it. So yeah, good times. Good times. I just want to see if the 3072 is making this definite, because it's good for me. Like, this style, if it retains this level of anatomical coherency. My God, what kind? If the body looks like a body, but just a little bit weird, that's actually useful, you know. So we'll see what the next one looks like. I'm kind of surprised. Wow, dudes. 1792 by 2368 in 168 seconds. And it's actually good. Because, right, if I could show you the ground truth, it would be worse than this. Like, this is actually an improvement. It's got all of the hallmarks of the style, but whenever there are features of people, you can see that's a person. A person with a bunch of wires in, granted, but it's a person. That's crazy. This isn't just good. This is like art collection time. I wonder if there's a way to improve this, though, still, you know? Like, some kind of... I like to mess around. Probably just add a bit of noise and call it a day. Fernicar says about McAfee, I assume they install because any insect kicks before dying. I hope it's, well, it could have been another one. It could have been a multiple of things there, but yeah. All right. Enough sidetrack. Go. So then, let's just see what is the best way. If memory serves me, yeah. FLUX.AI actually have the image trainer, right? So look, can you let me in? I think FLUX.AI have the image trainer for WAN. So let me just see if I can find that. WAN. Where's the training? Man, generate video. It's all generate video. Right. We need to find the trainers. Don't tell me they've taken it down. They may have taken it down. Training. Maybe they put it somewhere else. Okay, so training. Right, what do we got? WAN trainer, no. Image to video, text to video. Yeah, I want to do text to video because I want to do text to image. So that's my plan here. Oh, what's this? Train custom LoRa's. So that's 1.3 billion. That is the 14 billion, right? So we'll try that. It looks like that's all there is. There is another one here, but it's older. And it might be that you can't, it might be they don't have it, so we'll see. So it says here, add video file. I don't think this is the one. Wait a minute. Ten images or videos. Yep, it's fine. Number of steps, 400. Learning rate, this. Yeah. Okay. Right. Wait. Reynolds, oil style. Oil style B. There it is. I wonder if it's going to honor my captions. It's not doing anything. Classic. Yeah. Alright, we'll try picking it then. Drag and drop maybe didn't work. saying start, so okay, and the trigger R3YN0LDS Reynolds. There we go. So it should be a captioned model there. It's not just the images. We've already done the captioning in a previous live show. Now 400 steps seems a little light, but we need a baseline. There aren't actually many images in this data set. Let me just double check. There are only 18 images in this data set. So 20s to 400. It's like 20 epochs. It's not too bad, actually. Let's go for it. Because I'm going to assume batch 1. I'm going to assume repeat 1. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't tell you, but I'll have to make those assumptions. It may be that when we get the training done, it'll show us the config, but I can't remember how FAL does it, to be honest. Replicate's a bit different. They show you all the logs. Yes, AI toolkit. So if you want to do this with a local machine, there's people in the chat saying AI toolkit using 14B text to video. Just shove the images in. What's the learning rate, Drift? The WAN model learns quickly. I can get a LoRa in 1,000 steps on 30 images. Well, I just did a back of the napkin math for this one, and I'm just using the defaults to see how it comes out, so I have a baseline to judge. But thanks for the tips. I'm only using 18 images, so, you know, normally I would have gone with like 700 to start off, but I've been recently thinking that maybe that's a little bit too much anyway, because if you actually do the math, if it is batch 1 and it's repeat 1, you've got 20 images, you know, that's 400 steps. I think that's 20 epochs. So, you know, 20 epochs that's a good amount, you know. Something that a lot of people don't seem to point out is that it used to take a lot more steps to train the same data. You know, if you were taking a data set that you've built years ago and retraining it on many different models, you'll notice that the older models were harder to train. And as we have gotten newer models, they have gotten better at learning. Yeah? So, right. But it's like, you know, suddenly you don't even need that many repeats. Like now you don't even need repeats. It's just epochs. It's just, you know, you don't even need repeats. It's crazy. Can we not see it running? I want to see it running. Ah, yes. Look at this. Beautiful. Caching latents. Okay, so now it's doing stuff. Can we... Hang on, let's just have a little read here. Frame rate 16. Using frame rate 16. Caching latents 416 241. 416 by 240. Huh. Because if you double that, right, you get 480 by 832. So it seems like the latents, look, see, it's the latent sizes were all cached, I believe, for 832 by 480. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a magic resolution. We'll probably have to try it out. 832 by 480. That's a really interesting size. That's what it's training them with. It's training them with 416 by 240. Because that could be a tile. I don't know. I'm just looking at it and, you know. But yeah. Doing samples? Yeah. But, like, that's a quarter of... You know what I mean? It's a quarter of... Could it also go up? No, it wouldn't fit if it went any higher than that. You go to 16 something by 800 something or 900. It's a bit of a weird resolution. It doesn't add up to 1536 either. I don't know. But anyway, just in case you're interested, the model that we're going to be training today is public domain painter from the Renaissance period called Mr. Reynolds. And he was famous for doing such oil paintings of people wearing pantaloons and such. I think that might be a King George. I'm not sure. It's one of them. And little King Henry VIII. It's actually a kid in cosplay. But it's a real painting of a kid in cosplay. I think this is also a king. Look at him. Look at this one. I don't know which one it is, though. Probably George. Don't know. Could probably look it up. This guy was a famous painter. It's a bit of a weird one, though. Can you imagine? I always thought this was a bit of a weird one, right? Let me just bring it out here. So, like, in this painting, this woman is posing. I assume it's a woman. It could be a dude. Maybe it's a dude. Actually, it's a dude. So this person is posing, right? And in the background, there's another person wrestling with the horses. So you know how, like, it's not a photo? This is actually crazy inventive because, like, think about it, right? It's, like, been painted as though it's in battle, right? There's, like, the cannon smoke. There's a cannon here, and the horses are afraid of the explosion, and there's a guy trying to, like, wrangle them. But remember, it's a painting. You see what I mean? It was Henry, was it? I don't know. I forget. Mr. Reynolds. I'd have to look him up. I'd have to look him up and find out. But the point I'm trying to make is this is actually, like, crazy advanced for... Do you know what I mean? Like, the rest, like, this is like, you know, it's a portrait, right? It's a portrait. It's still pretty cool, though. Like, the way it is. It's very casual. Very cool, right? But, like, it's not a standard thing, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's like... Because obviously the horses aren't there. You know what I mean? And a person would have to stand and pose for ages. So, obviously, the artist had this idea. Oh, yeah, I could... If you just stand here, I'll paint a cannon... And, you know, there'll be, like, horses and stuff. It'll be great. Can you imagine? I don't know. Because obviously they always talk about De Krea because he did the selfies, you know? That was a new idea. Like, no one had ever done that. No one would ever do a portrait of you, like, waving at the painting. Like, everyone would always take these, like... Oh, yes, the harp, you know? Anyway, so that's what we've trained this model on. So I'm going to see if I can get that style. It's been trained many times. I use it for evaluation. But here what I'm trying to do is train these images in as a style to be used when doing image generation with WAN 22. I'm going to keep calling it 22. I know it's only one syllable less. But yeah, so I want to find that out. Oh. Is it finished already? No, it can't be. Trainable params, 76 million. All params, 14 billion. So we're doing a 0.5% train here, apparently. That's crazy. I've never even seen that stat before. Huh. There's nothing else there. Okay. I guess I just got to wait for it to say I'm finished. Here you go, French Public Archive, if you want more old pics and paintings from the past. Oh, okay, link it up in the Discord, my mans. I'm always interested in training old stuff. I use a similar archive, a public domain archive. Oh, what's this? What's this? Deep speed, transform layers. Oh. Base seed, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's doing steps. Oh, look at this. Started new epoch. Started new because there's hardly any images. You know, I think I have 18 images. So it might interpret that as just over a second, you know? So this is kind of funny, actually. I didn't. Yeah, interesting. French Public Archive would be amazing with all of the Louis. Yeah, if it is a public domain, I'm always interested. A lot of my most fun loras are actually like public domain derived. You know what I mean? How's our image model doing? Don't forget. While we're training. See, that is just like the image off the front cover. I'm gonna have to in-paint my signature into every picture. Lol. The nice thing about Amazon is you just declare what AI you used. And I'm not gonna hide it. I'm gonna declare it up front because I'm an AI engineer that works to try and teach people to... You know what I mean? Like what? I'm trying to literally sell pens and get people to use the pen. And you think I'm not going to tell people I wrote it with a pen? Of course I am. You know? I just think we need to stop anthropomorphizing the printing press, you know? Dogs have personality. Yeah? AI is like a reflection of humanity. Artificial artist. Hell yeah. There's something punk about it as well, to just embrace new tools. There is. I don't even know why. It's kind of weird. It's sort of like that whole you become the thing you sought out to destroy. You know, when you, yeah. If you like complain about change, because it's like, well, you were change once. Did you forget? Ooh, we've got an interesting weirdness going on down here. I've not seen it do that before. It's filled in the wrong color behind the wire, like a bad paint by numbers. Have to watch out for that. Is it done anywhere else? Yeah, maybe. Maybe here, maybe. Whoa, yes, look at that. It's beautiful. It reminds me of something that it always inspires me, is the work of the artist behind the mangaka behind Blam. Did I put it in general? Oh, look at this. Help me with this shot. You can do it, Admiral. You can do it. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Use my prompt enhancer. It's not. It is a nut in there. I'll never find it, will I? Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. See, get that prompt and put it through my drift Laura. Hell yeah. See, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff happening out of all this stuff. Some great images being shared by everyone. These are all WAN, I think, all of these. So cool to see all the WAN stuff. Oh, yeah. The detail is amazing. Just a shame you can't make it a taller image, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain aspect ratios, you know, it'll mess up on. And this was actually a really cool experiment, guys. Well done. Because like I said, you can see how amazingly detailed WAN 2.2 is when it comes to making images. You can see the little hairs in her skin. You can see the pigment and the you know, everything. The eyes are so detailed, right? But it's like... it's a latent beastie. I don't think I'm ever going to find it, am I? I put in a screenshot about it. Did I put it in LLM Watch? No. LLM right is clued. No. You know, it's like I posted one image. Right, that's it. Enough of that. I'm derailing my own show with nonsense. Just look up the Silicon Life in Blam. This is more like my style, but, you know, there were some similarities there. Mine's more colourful and stuff. Because it's not the same. Photoshop just released more AI features. Where is the backlash now? Exactly, Fernicar. Exactly. I said this about a year ago. I said Photoshop will put, and Premiere and Illustrator, they will be first to the market with, like, you know, premium tools that are all AI based. and cry about it. It's hard, you know. I don't know what to say. You know, like you're fighting the current, if you see what I mean. There's like a current of technology, and it's like you're either with it or you're against it. And I don't know how, but some people manage to maneuver themselves to be against it. And they're not salmon. I'll just put it that way. You know? They're not salmon. But yeah, normally I use Replicate to train WAN LoRa because I'm using video and it has a proper video trainer on there. But if you only need to train with images, something like FAL will do it cheap. So, you know, I'd love to. This is why I'm doing it, to see what, because it could prove to be an interesting alternative to Flux et al. Right? Yeah. I mean, there is the sort of impracticality of having to have a separate image to video and a separate text to video model. There is that. And if you want to use it for video generation, there is also the high noise model version. So actually, there are 4 models there. So it's like, if you want to benefit from everything it can do, it's still a big stack. But you don't need to run all of that at once. You see what I mean? It's only little, like you use this bit for that job, you use this bit for that job. It's kind of like that. So it's actually efficient, because when you think, if it was an all-in-one model, you would never be able to run it in 8 gigabytes with quantization. You know, it would be a 24 gigabyte model. You put the link in the Discord. Thank you, Zeus. Thank you, Zeus. Like I said, I always love looking at old pictures. Some of the best ones I actually looked at were like 15th century. You're like, no way, these are really good. But yeah, this is going to be ready with very small changes. Very small changes, these images we get in here. Some of them I won't need to change at all. I mean, that one's pretty good. I'd probably just get rid of the cable on his left hand there. You can hold something, but that cable's a bit weird. Like, they are supposed to have cables coming off them as well, but that's one of the things I might change. Oh, now that's just too big. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back down to 1536, because I've already got loads of giant ones. I don't want to make them all. I don't want to make them all massive. I think it is disfiguring. But I'm getting away with it because it's the chopped concept, you know. So let me see. Let's take it down to 1, 2. So that'll be 1536 by 1536. Drift, the best ancient image is the giant of Cern Abbas. Google it now. Okay, I'll do it straight away. No, I don't fall for that. I'll look at it later. He's like, Google it. I dread to think. But yeah, we'll check it out later. Jokes. And I still need to write Knights of Mossberg. That's going to be fun. Bit of alternate history. How are we doing on the model train? Hey, it's finished. Right, export. No. Show output. Show files. Got a config file. That'll be useful. And we got a LoRa file. 300 megabytes. 300 megaboots. So this would be Reynolds oil style. WAN style B. See, there's nothing wrong with the internet. It's ridiculous. I think Hugging Face was just getting slogged with traffic. I don't know. Let me see. 122. 222. Copy this into the LoRa's AAA testing WAN. There it is. Do one more while the model is hot with the smaller size, and while it's getting that ready, we'll take a look at the video. So let's see. We're gonna have to do a quick refresh because I want to change out my LoRa. Now it should be that I can use 0.9 like everybody else, but we're gonna find out. 0.9, not 0.9. So obviously for this setup we have the high noise, low noise setup, and then we have the UMT. Just normal. There's no guff here because I'm still like establishing what's working, what isn't. And as you can see, what I'm done is I've done 12 steps with an end at step 8, and then the next side is going to do 12 steps but start at 8. Now it says end at step 10,000, but that's just to allow it to continue to whatever you set, so don't worry about it. We have the Olama running. Oh no, it's not running. Come on, let's see if we can fix it that way. No, do we not have it? We don't even have it, guys. We don't even have it. We don't even have it. So what I do with this one, because it likes to forget the trigger word, is I just put it back on again. Right, so for this one obviously it's going to be a Reynolds. But with an O and a 3. Reynolds style. Cool. And then obviously that is going to go in there. We don't have the... Oh wait, no we do. We do have the prompts because it's just Reynolds. Oil style B. Yep, we've already got the prompts. Let's see which one it exactly is there. Now, do I want to do a comparison? Oh, we still haven't got Olama. Oh, wait, no, it's alive now. Come on then. Hey, right, we're going to be using Polaris 4B Preview Q8 because I like it. It's very good. So we've got Reynolds there, we've got Reynolds there. Let's see if we can get a WAN Reynolds up here. It's in here somewhere, guys. There it is. Alright, let's see if we can blow it up. Forget the interloping for now. Yeah, okay, the image, it was a good, it was, okay. It's really good at drawing guns, guys. I'm kind of surprised at how good it is drawing guns. This guy looks suitably tortured for a binary samurai. It's almost got teeth. It's almost got teeth. I love it. It's very Necron. Kind of like Necron meets Space Japan. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't know why he's got an AR. It must be a pulse rifle, guys. There's coils. So yeah, it's not making any more of these now. For now, I'm going to leave this on. I'm just going to leave it on overnight, and then I'm going to curate the best ones. That's how this is going to go down. I already put all the work into making the model and all the rest, so this is where you reap the benefits. They come out with a super cool fine tune. All of my styles just got cleaner. You know, it's less mistakes and more adherence to what was trained. It's kind of amazing, really. Like, they just made everyone's models better. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. So obviously we're going to be doing a little bit of juggling here as it loads the two, but thankfully, because we're using a combination of Light X and Fusion X, we're able to do, like I said, the 12-step split. So it's not actually 12 and 12, it's just 12. It does 8 on the top, which is the high noise. So high noise gets 8 and low noise gets 4. And I found that worked okay. Now, when we were training like video LoRa, you have to pump up the strength to get them to actually kick in, but they do work. So we just trained an image LoRa. So now we're going to see if we can get that oil painting style out of it. Okay, now the prompt isn't going to be a very good prompt in terms of, you know, a video. Which is because obviously it's just a caption for an image right here. Look, Reynolds style. The painting depicts a historical portrait of a woman dressed in an elegant white gown with gold accents and a large, intricately styled hairdo. Background features a cloudy sky and a landscape with greenery, suggesting an outdoor setting. The woman's attire and the composition of the portrait evoke a sense of elegance and sophistication from past centuries. This painting appears to be a gouache oil painting. Can you tell who stuck that in at the end there? That was me. Say painting 3 times. It's great. Now, obviously, that went through the Polaris, okay, and this is the actual prompt that went to the video model. So let's just check that. Reynolds style, meticulously detailed historical portrait in the style of a gouache oil painting, capturing a woman in an elegant flowing white gown with an intricate gold embroidery and lace accents. Her face serene yet enigmatic, framed by a voluminous, I'd say voluminous, that's a tough one, intricately braided hairdo adorned with delicately floral garlands. The scene is rendered in soft, painterly strokes with a muted, timeless palette. Pastel whites, deep emeralds, and earthy greens set against a cloudy, diffuse sky above a lush, verdant landscape of towering trees, wildflowers, and a winding stone path. I'm tripping over my own freaking tongue at this point, so... But you can see that what's changed. It's right there on the screen. But I didn't really give it much to work with in terms of temporal dynamics. So, you know, that's my fault. You know, I gave it an image prompt at the end of the day. Pardon me. Oh! It's almost done already. So we're obviously generating a video right now. But then I'm going to like go back to the other workflow and set it up. So oh, what's happening? Oh yeah, it's having to load the other model. Is low res a weapon? Yes. Yes. Let's get this one set up while it's doing its thing here. So, WAN, no, we want to say Reynolds. Let's say 0.9 as a starting point. Oh yeah, you get a different effect by having the LoRa strength different for each model as well, which is why, yeah, that's worth. Because you can have it quite high on the high denoise and then low on the low denoise, and that's how you get that VO3 look. Found that out today. Examples are in the Discord. And again, see? We need more pixels. We need more pixels. Damn it. So Reynolds oil style B. Oil style B. Let's say Reynolds WAN. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Damn it. This isn't even the right one. It's this one I want to do it on. God damn it. No, I can't find it. Oh, I know why. Gotta refresh. Refresh. Ah, this is nice though because it's got a no LoRa down the bottom. So just in case you were wondering, it's the exact same setup. Just for images. For images. Don't tell me. Ah, there we go, found it. Oop. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I think it's actually just finished. Nope. Yep. Ah. Ahaha, here we are. Ooh. I mean, that's 512 by 768 and it looks that good. What the hell? That's crazy. I thought it was going to come out like blotchy or something. Damn, dude. I mean, it's not an oil painting anymore, is it? It's become too good. But the background is an oil painting. Like, you can't really see it on your end, but the background does look like an oil painting. A little bit, little bit. Little bit. Oh, look, it's got the green lines like in my upscaler, look. You know, the border between the palette. Hang on. Yeah, if you really zoom in on it, you can kind of pick stuff out. That's actually a pretty good take, guys. Okay, that one's in the bag. Moving on. Clear the set. Wardrobe. 5 minutes. Okay, so... I'm actually kind of surprised. Right, so the next thing, of course, we got to jack it up. 2 and 2. In fact, let's just go for 6. Okay, because I need to prove that... Because basically, if what I thought happened was... I'm basically disproving a thing from last night. So last night, we found out that if you had a LoRa that trained on video, you had to pump it up to 6 to get it to even show the style that was trained, okay? But the image, you know, LoRa's that were trained on images, obviously a lot more attention was put on those images, so you only needed like 1. So it's either the attention was being divided, or there's, you know what I mean, the more images, less attention. I think it was something like that. So then you have to turn the LoRa up. So we're gonna do a 6 blast, but I think it's gonna be super cooked because this is an image train. All right, this. So it kind of proves whether I'm right or wrong in a way, because all we have is a theory. We don't really know why some LoRa's require strength 6 and others require 0.9 or 1. In the past, I would say it's because the ones that are at 1 were better trained, or the data set was just cleaner. And that could be the case, because when you think about it, right, the way they were training video, you would be presenting thousands of images, and somehow it's training it. So I always figured it was using a split or sparse attention or something to that order to allow it to train so many images so fast for video models, I mean. Because, you know, when I mean you put a video clip that's 2 seconds long at 30 FPS, that's 60 images. So if you put 10 video clips, which isn't even that many for a video model, you're talking 600 frames. Now, I know you can go in and set it to only do a couple of frames from each clip, and there were lots of different patterns, but I wanted to train motion, so I spent a bit of money and I did the full. So we were training every frame, and I was still like, I'm suspicious about this. Okay, and I think, you know, when we look at the fact that the LoRa strength had to be so high for those models, it lends weight to it being some kind of lower tension, you know what I mean? So it does learn it, but there was so much information, it has to kind of split it somehow. So I just assume. But like I said, if this is going to be more like an oil painting, that's what I would expect, right? That's what I expect to see. But, pardon me, it might be that it actually burns. It might be that it gets cooked. We'll see. We shall see. 4 more steps remain. I'll be honest, it's pretty quick, guys. You think it would be like slow for all of the stuff, but wow. Busted. 458. 458 seconds. It's not a big video though, so that's not much to write home about. Good quality though. I can't believe it. That's only 512 by 768. That doesn't make any sense in my head. It's too sharp and too detailed for such a low-res video. But when you zoom in, it really is a low-res video. Crazy. How the hands looking now, guys? Crazy. It's also kind of why requiring ID is a bit silly in an age of AI, because you can just make your own stuff up. I'm not saying you should do that, it's probably illegal, but... Ooh! No, it's cooked. You see how it's cooked? You can see a grid. It's all horrible. Yeah. So I think I'm right, guys. I'm going to put it to 1. And I think that that's what it should be for an image trained model. For a video trained model, you've got to pump up the strength. It might not need 6, it might be less than that, but certainly if you have a really good model and it doesn't seem to be working, it may be that it was trained on video clips. Pump up the LoRa strength and you should be able to get it to kick in. Conversely, if it was trained on images like this one was, it'll just load up at 1 like a normal LoRa, and overloading it will cook it like we expect. So it's good, because that's good. We expect it to be cooked. It was kind of a surprise when it wasn't, you know what I mean? I think it's something to do with the way that video LoRas are trained. They probably have some temporal relationships. I don't know. Yeah, let's do 1 more of these so we can see it working back at 1.0, because the first one was at 0.9, so it'll be interesting to see the results. But yeah, like I said, it's very simple to use. FAL AI WAN Trainer T2V14V. You just put your data set in here, and I think it's probably going to cost, I mean, I had $21. I mean, you can rewind the stream and find out how much I had before. I don't remember if it's $5 or $3, but it's like less than $6, I think. Don't quote me. Rewind the stream and look at the number. That's why we do this stuff live, right? So like before I did the training earlier, there would have been a price in dollars. I have done one thing, and that's, you know, I've been charged. It did 400 steps with a learning rate of 0.2. You know, 0.002. Oh, we've got a config to look at. Let's have a look at the config. It's kind of more interesting. Ah, there's nothing in it. Nice config. Instance prompt blank. Ah, well. It might have been interesting, but it wasn't. So, yeah. Like I said, this is actually quite fast. At 24 frames per second, you'll get 3 frames out of 81. Okay. At 16 frames per second, which is what WAN is actually trained on. It's trained on 16 frames per second, not 24. The animation will be jerky, obviously, because it's 16. But you can double that to 30 with a, you know, 2x on Rife. Okay, so if you want, you can obviously do interpolation, and that will get it up to 30 from 16. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, and then obviously 81 frames at 16 is actually 5 seconds, I think. So obviously if you are generating 121 frames on your system, if you do 16 FPS, because you'll notice it looks a bit slow motion, and it's because it's been slowed down. It's actually 16 FPS, not 24. But most people want it to be 24 to save it out. So yeah, it is what it is. But that's something worth considering. I mean, we even saw it when we looked at the config for the trainer. It even said in the config. What's this? I've been using the wrapper, and Kijai made it so Light 2x LoRa was 3 on high and 1 on low. Oh really? Let me... These are nice fine tunes. Let me see this. Wait. 3 on high and 1 on low. That's something we haven't got here. So put 3 there. Zeus says, I think it's 0.025 per megapixel, but don't quote me. Well, that's interesting, because that means you could like adjust it for different resolutions. So what's 3? Well, that would be insane. Okay, I think we're getting crossed wires there, but we can try that out. Ooh. Oh. It's much closer, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not really the style, is it? It's just the things. So I still think maybe, like you say, what about Fusion X? I use Fusion X at 0.4. Fernicar says, if I have learned something from Asimov, it's that when success stabilizes at high frame rates, it looked like failure in testing, and they just cranked it up to discover the solution. Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, right? But it actually looks good though, right? So I can't really complain. You know, it's not bad. It's just not an oil painting. But then why would it be? We're making video, aren't we, right? What did you expect? Like high definition oil paint video? But anyway, that's not what we're doing here, okay? So let's get to that last bit. Finally, we've made it. So Reynolds oil, everything's on standard defaults. So we can go. It should already be loaded because that model. No, because it had to load the high noise. Oh no, wait, no, this model should still be hot. I'm not using Sage Attention 2 Electric Boogaloo. I am not using any extra bits. You know, we are doing the... Wait, no, we're not even doing the prompt enhancer. We're just literally taking the prompt and shoving it in there. So it's going to be... The painting depicts a historical scene with a man dressed in a red coat and white pants standing outdoors in a natural setting. He's holding a sword in one hand and a hat in the other, with a large red curtain behind him. In the background there are trees and a cloudy sky, suggesting an outdoor environment. The man appears to be in a thoughtful or contemplative pose, adding a sense of drama and narrative to the scene. This painting appears to be a gouache oil painting. Now, what settings did I... Oh! I may have overdone it, guys. I may have gone a little bit too far in a few places. So yeah, we'll turn that down and do another one in a minute. Add another one to the queue. What's it doing? It's still getting used to the idea of being a model. We'll get there. But yeah, that's a huge win, guys. The FLUX Krea is a huge win. I can't believe that they released it, actually, because it's that good. I mean, part of me thinks that the timing is interesting. Because, you know, WAN 22 just came out. It's a 14 billion model, which technically has more parameters. It's a 1536 by 1536 base, which is technically 50% more dimensions, and it runs faster, and it makes video. You know what I mean? And it's got all the control net stuff, so it's kind of like, you're gonna have to do something really good, and like it does. Uh-oh, we got a problem. We got problems, kid. Yeah, it's probably because I said 6 on the strength, and this is the wrong kind of LoRa. This is an image-trained LoRa, and it's a little bit more delicate, so... Yeah, we can cancel that run then. Yeah, so... You can cook the LoRa at strength 6. I know that sounds obvious, but... Some LoRas you have to run at high strength to get them to work. And they don't cook. And this is a thing with WAN which I've not seen before. Normally when you run a high strength on a LoRa, it just melts, you know what I mean? You see it. It turns into that. Falls apart. It's the closest thing to model collapse we have, but it's actually not that. It's just a bunch of mismatched shapes in the numbers table. Oh, baby, it's on like Donkey Kong. Oh my god. It has actually tried to do the style. It's not very good at it, but it has tried to do it. Well, there it is. I mean, there's obviously a blind test involved here, guys. I'm not just going to be like, yeah, it works. Nope. It ain't until we compare the two and we can see that it is actually, you know, not just the base. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, my God. Okay. So when you look at that generic AI Renaissance image, you know, this is what the AI thinks Renaissance is on the WAN, yeah? It's not bad. It's very high quality, but it's too high quality, right? Now look at mine. Yeah, that's a win. That is a win. That's a win. There you go, guys. Look, I hate to call it proven in one train, but these results are encouraging. All I would say is that the face is a bit too good. The face looks like it was taken a picture on a Nokia 3210. You know what I mean? This looks like a VGA webcam face, and it's too good. It's too good for the painting. Let me get the date. Let me get the image up here. So let's see this guy. Yeah, look. That's as big as it gets. Do you think maybe a similarity, perhaps? Maybe that guy, maybe this guy. It's kind of a little bit like all of them, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is too realistic. The face is too realistic. Apart from that, it's learned the style. It's learned the style of, like, you know, middle-age oil painting. Forget the watercolor ghost stuff. That's a different style. It's like kind of crappy enough that it doesn't, like, if there was a mistake there, you wouldn't see it. I would add some Gaussian monochromatic noise to this and blur the face with a brush, you know, so it matches, because, you know, nothing is that sharp. It's too sharp basically for an oil painting. But then you look at this, he looks like bloody CGI. Pretty good. I'm surprised, actually. I'm surprised. Yeah. But like I said, the thing that blows my mind is this is WAN 2.2 T2V low noise 14B FP8 scaled. Okay, obviously you can use your quantized GJUFs if you want. We also have the UMT5 and then the WAN 2.1 VAE. Now, it's doing a native 1920 by 1088, which means no upscaling has actually happened yet. You can play around with this. Yeah, I don't know if these are the best settings. They may not be. It might be something which we can figure out. I don't know. Same with the handoff. Oh wait, there's no handoff on this one. I'm just using 12 steps. ULERT beta. Okay. Holy crap, man. Ah, the shotgun's got no stock. It's just no stock, no lock, just 2 floating barrels. Oh well. Maybe the other dog has gone to fetch it. Oh, I can see a little bit of a vertical striping there. I don't know if you're picking that up on the stream through the compression. But that is something that I used to get on Flux tiling. Other than that, this actually does look like an old... It's like an oil painting on a canvas. Yeah, that's the canvas texture. It's trying to make the canvas texture. You've got buttons and then buttons. Yeah, look. The buttons are even on the right. You know, the buttons are on this side. Holes on this side. Inner jacket. Buttons are on the right side. It's interesting what it's getting right. And then... is my LoRa working, guys? Now, you could say that it looked better before, and you might be subjectively correct. You might even be objectively correct. Look at that. Look at that detail. But this is just generic. It looks really good, though. Look, guys, I'm not being funny, but damn, dude, what the... Like... The generic, this is just, this is the base. So this is just running my prompt. Just my prompt and not... Look, it's even got a little bit of gauche in the clouds. Look, it's even got the gauche. You can't really see it on the stream. Oh. You can just see the gauche marks. All them clouds are scraped. What? Dude, what the hell? There's all swirl marks everywhere, and they're going the right way. What? Hang on, is the dog made of gauche? No, just the clouds. Wait. Maybe the tree bark. Yeah, the prompt's better than the LoRa, guys. Maybe I should just turn the blend down, you know? Just turn the strength of my LoRa down, not up. Here we go. Let's go with 0.6 and see what happens. It's probably still far too strong. This is funny. Either it's too weak or it's too strong. And yeah, this is amazing. Like, look at the quality on the default prompt, though. I'm amazed. It's madness. Wow. Holy shit. Damn. It's like, yeah, I have got the style of the, this is the style of the painter, but damn. Whoa. That was really surprising. Even the shoelaces. I can even see his little claws. What the hell? It's like, you know, it gets to the point where I'm like, I wonder what this looks like. Zoom in and you can read, like, Rex. You know what I mean? Oh. Oh, okay. We have a human face to test. So I've turned the blending down. So it's not going to be quite as hard. So it's very good, though. That is very good, though. Right, hang on, guys. We need to find... Oh. Her eyes are a bit bonked. Yeah? That's my only complaint. The clouds look stunning. God damn. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to print both of these out right now. Let's see. Save this. Save this. Photoshop. I'll add them to my collection. Time to sell them on displate, says Zeus. Yes. What do you mean? I don't have a displate. What are you talking about? Johnson's secret accounts. Yeah. Not Premiere. I want Photoshop. I hit the wrong P button by accident. My bad. Yes, close it. I don't want that one. Go away. I don't care. Go away. Don't care. It's like crashing because I closed it before it had finished. Okay. So we're going to do a new. Now you guys know how to do this. It should be the easiest job in the world for you guys. I know you know. But just in case you needed a reminder, we just go print, we just go presets, and then we pick the A3 because we have an A3 printer. If we don't have an A3 printer, we choose A4, which is what most printers will have by default. But I do think the A3 printer is a great investment. So, you know, are they cheap? No. Are they good? Yes. Wait a minute. I just done a boo-boo. There we go. There's a button for that now. Hey. See? So when you screwed it up and picked that wrong option. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So let's just do this one first. That's pretty good. See what I mean? Some clipping occurred, I think they say. Is that what they say? Some clipping occurred. But that's okay. And now I'll just try to line it up like that. Yeah. Alright, and then we want to do the same again. What the did it just do? It just did something stupid. Hang on. It made 420 by 290. Oh, no, it's okay. I was just getting paranoid. Alright. Doesn't feel central, but it's okay. Hang on. Camera raw. That's right. It's helpful if it's on the right screen, though, you know. So let's go to 100%. Oof. It's a little bit rough. So what about if we did like 5, 8? Hang on. I'm not seeing nothing. Ah, right, there we go. Now we see something. Big. We want big and smooth for this one, I think. It wants to be like oily. So I guess somewhere around there-ish. 45, and then just take the grain down. Might be too much. 24. Not bad. So if I take it up, you notice the difference, right? My idea is to make, like, you know, if we take the size down, it looks more digital. If I take the size up, it makes it look a bit more, you know, organic. If you take the rough up, you can really see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the rough down so it looks a bit more like there. It looks too oily. It's almost like the oil effect, right? You know what I mean? It's like the oil effect. So I'm like somewhere between there, and I just find that Goldilocks zone, which is about there. Oh, it's like angular cursive, about there, 30 something. See, I found 24 was good before. I was bouncing between 38 or something like that. Let's try 32. And then just back off the grain size. So you back it off to nothing. That's what it looks like. Smooth. AI smooth, right? Just add like, I don't know. It's like 8, 17. So let's say 16. That's quite a lot, actually. You can see it in the background. And this is again why I was talking earlier about depth aware noise, because if you put film grain on the background at a different amount than on the person, and it's kind of aware of the depth, I think it actually is a better solution. I just couldn't figure it out. There's some math to it, I think. There's some math to it. So yeah, we say okay for that one. And then we do the same thing for this one, because again, check out the skin. It looks like you know, it looks like a 50s baseball card right now. Okay, so let's see if we can do something about that. Do the same thing again. Right. Camera raw. Effects. Don't bother with anything else. Into the film grain. Maximum film grain. Can't see anything. 100%. Yeah, that's what it actually looks like up close. Spacebar to drag around. Okay. And we're going to do the same again. Maximum size, maximum roughness. And then we're going to find the sweet spot between like digital noise and analog noise is what I call it. But it's actually like sort of blurry triangles because it's overlapping. So we'll go and try and find that sweet spot again. You can even see where the details kind of reappear. I reckon it's probably somewhere. It's about there, isn't it? It's like 24. And then take the roughness down, so it's like, do I want oil, like I said before, oil, or triangles, like crumply paper, yeah? So again, I'm just trying to find that blending point. It's probably about there. That's 24. And then bring the grain down. And again, no grain. Looks like just before. We just take it up, I reckon about there. It's that 20. Look, it's almost like 24. It's quite heavy. But I think it'll work. Nah. Whoops. Bring it down to 16 again. It's not enough. See, and 36 is too much, so yeah, 24. You might notice the rule of 8s. It's good to try and keep track of stuff. So again, look at that now. Look at it now. Doesn't it? It almost looks like there's a skin texture to it. But it's not. It's just applied across. And imagine if I could do this, but it was aware of the depth. I think it would be a really cool technique for adding in. Because it's not really, we're not adding in any pores. We're using an optical illusion trick, so your brain goes, oh look, skin pores, but it's just noise, you know what I mean? I mean, you know that. You watch me do it. This is what photographers do. And then obviously you could come in here and do a bit of airbrushing to make it smooth where you want it to be. There's all kinds of stuff. I've actually used a bit too much noise here. But I'm going to print it out, so I want to see what the effect of going a bit too far. I think it looks nice. It gives it a sort of... It gives it a sort of speckled look, which is like freckly, but not. Like it's almost like skin pores, but it's not. And your brain notices these little details. So let's see some other areas of this. If we really zoom in on it, you can really see the noise. Anyway, enough of the noise. Let's do it. Gotta load my printer. What? Color management? Say it ain't so. We do that. We'll make sure that it's on borderless, landscape, premium photo, paper, glossy color, standard, and okay. And then for this one, printer manages colors because Photoshop won't get the right profile. The printer will send it for you, so you don't need to worry about it. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. And now it won't work, you'll see. Whoa. Yeah. They always want you to buy more ink. It's like their thing. Did you check your ink levels lately? Oh yeah, actually, side note, if you are interested in buying one of these things, I recommend the Epson. It's an Epson ET Echo Tango 8550. Yep. Echo Tango ET 8550. And the reason I recommend that one is because it's actually A3 plus, so it can actually do a little bit bigger than A3, and it's got a rear loader, so you don't have to shove everything through a roller. So if you're working with quite hard card, you can feed it in the back and not have it get like pushed through a U-bend, basically, which is what happens to, you know, anything that goes in the top or the front. But the top's a good second choice. It's like I was shot between, should I get a plotter and do vinyl cutting, or should I do, and I went with this instead. It's more versatile. You can do more with these. You can't like cut with it, but that's okay. Wow. God damn. Wow, this is a crazy. This honestly, this is like sneaking. This is actually sneaking by a lot of people. This is a. Because the thing is, yeah, we were searching for upscalers like a month ago, and I was like, oh, they all suck. There was no good quality. See, I'm thinking image to, right, what about this? Use the 14B image to video model as an upscaler. How about that? So we don't even tell it to change it. We just say, hey, take this image and make it 2K, please. Go. Because you're good. You're good at doing the quality. The quality's good. Go. Damn. I mean, the eye looks a bit weird. If I'm on that, the last image, the eye is weird. Like one of the eyes is a bit off. But you know, it's just asymmetry. Where's my I need that. I need that. Oh wait, yeah. Getting heavy. We got Corona. We got SDG stuff. We got stuff from Kling. That was a while back now. We got Art Grid. Empire. I'm slowly replacing the old images I had from last year or the year before. See, that was bad, right? I just never got round to updating all of my prints. People were like, are you going to sell them? And I was like, well, I mean, I could, but it seems like a waste of ink. I don't know. Because it's, it's better to just get them printed up. Like if you want to do like that, drop shipping and bulk and all. Yeah, I just have like generic anime. This is really good. Oh yeah, boy. That actually, do you know what? The noise actually helped a lot. That little bit of noise helped a lot. It's nowhere near as good as the bass though. The bass was too good, in a way. Yeah, there we go. I thought let's get some more conservative looking work, you know what I mean? Oh dear. You know, these women went through a lot of pain wearing these corsets, man. That's what I've heard anyway. I've heard they're painful. Break your ribs and whatnot. Okay. So yeah, confirmed. It works. Yeah. There's a debate over whether the bass is actually just better than you. It's funny. So you've trained your LoRa, but the bass images make them look bad. That's where we're at, guys. You're like, you've trained the LoRa, but it's objectively worse than that. No, I'm only kidding. Right. So yeah, we are going to get round to releasing all these workflows proper. But that's our weekend project, guys. So, you know, just watch the GitHub. I'll be slowly adding things there. And then we'll talk about it on tomorrow's show. So that's everything I've got for you tonight. We went a little bit into extra time. Don't forget to watch the pings. That's where I'll confirm the time. But it's usually between 8 or 9. Like I said, I aim for 8. Sometimes it's 9. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Side stacks of wire pictures. Oh, whispers.